Week 1 was basically a movie. We played our bitter rivals basically at this rate, the Kansas City Chiefs, and lost 60-50. I don't know what the NFL record is for most points in the Week 1, because usually, the NFL season kind of starts off slowly for the most part. Most teams are a bit sloppy early on, especially with the lack of starters playing in preseason, especially the quarterbacks, the offensive players. But 110 points is a lot, no matter which week it is. Specifically Week 1, though. And obviously, looking at that Chiefs game, it was a weird one, because normally we're expecting, just scoring nonstop out the gate. But there was actually some turnovers. We actually picked Mahomes off for a touchdown. At that point, I was like, hey, maybe we actually come back and win this game. Then, speaking of back, he never looked back and just continuously scored. And we actually started to pick it up on offense despite our early struggles. But at that point, it was just like, we are not going to cut this deficit. I don't know how we're going to win this game. And, coverage was a problem, obviously, but the main issue about playing that Chiefs team is we don't get pressure. Their offensive line is too good. I don't know what it's going to take to get pressure on Mahomes, because just like every other human, even though we can't really confirm that he actually is human at this rate, he doesn't do so well with pressure, right? Comparatively. Obviously, he still makes some of those crazy sidearm throws on us. We had one when he got a 40-yarder for the touchdown. I can't even remember. But pressure is good. But we have not gotten pressure because that offensive line is really insane. Next time we play them, which I imagine is the playoffs, assuming we get there, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but I feel good about our chances. Obviously, you never know. Looking at some of these matchups, the Jaguars, don't want to discount the Giants, but the Ravens, there's some tough matchups. We could go 1-3 to start this season for all we know, but if we play them again, got to be more creative with blitzing, I think. Got to try to disguise things more, a little bit more press man, and yeah, I think it's going to take a lot to do that. But either way, we got to think about teams that also could be in the playoffs. The Jaguars starting out with a 1-0 season start. We are at home here, and we have to play these rivals. So let's take a look at the players of the week to see if we gave one up. Mahomes, who would have thought? NFL record-breaking performance. Didn't even put it in the title because it was, it just didn't even need to be said, especially since that would kind of spoil it, right? I guess not really. We've given up a lot of yard performances before that we've won in, but, saying that it was a really good game isn't as quite as saying, hey, that Mahomes guy broke a record. But we do have a game plan elite quarterback. There's not really much spoilers for their roster here, so let's just knock that out real quick. Trevor Lawrence, obviously, in the 90s, I imagine. We talked about it already, for the Chiefs. I think this is kind of the way you want to go about things. That cameraman looks creepy, by the way. Could you imagine waking up in the middle of the night and you, turn the lights on in the bathroom and he's just standing in the shower with that? But I think you got to pressure the quarterback. That is how you win games. Have 2+ sacks. And your defense will have +5 to finesse and power moves this week. Kind of maxing out maybe both of them, honestly, at this point. Definitely Will Anderson. But let's take a look at our roster. I don't know if there would have been morale drops already, but you score 50 points. Even if you give up 60, I guess the defense, there is. Wow. Okay, we're getting a little crazy out here, but you should feel pretty good about yourself. Now, if you're a defender, maybe not. Although, ironically enough, they're like, hey, we're feeling all right. Although, in fairness, the pass rushers might be boosted because of their finesse, maybe even the linebackers. But the corners should not feel super great about themselves. The safety should not feel great about themselves. Nobody on this defense, truly, outside of maybe Christian Harris, should feel good. Christian Harris is the only one that should be I don't know about you guys, but I'm still feeling all right. Let's take a look at Stroud. He had a couple of interceptions. What he's looking like. A couple dropped. Who cares? Sometimes you got to try to dig yourself out of a hole, and you end up digging that hole even deeper. Of course, looking at what we need to do to stop this. Oh, Travis Etienne's a superstar. Stop this team. It looks like their passer rating's through the roof. Their rushing numbers, it doesn't really show me much here. Yards, do they really only have 50 yards rushing in the first game? If that's the case, deep DB run support, linebacker DB run support. I guess I'll go deep. I'm just going to trust the coordinator. He says that they're going to... Devon Hamilton's a superstar. Okay. I'm pretty sure Tyson was already a superstar, but they are... Well, I guess that pass rating kind of sucks. So throw it short is the way they want us to do these things. I guess that's what we'll do. Maybe I should have actually looked at their roster before doing this. Whoops. But let's do our training and go into that roster, I guess. Well, before their roster, let's go into our roster. Lorenzo Mathis, really, I'm going to go pass coverage because he needs change of direction big time. That is his biggest flaw. Excel's nice, but even though his 85 speed is quote-unquote low, that change of direction. It's just, I know it's probably because we have such good athletic players on the team already, so it's like you're going from, the Ferrari to the Porsche, I guess. I think only us poor people would call it an actual Porsche, or like a really old dude, kind of, maybe. I don't know. It's nice. Both are nice, but there's a difference, right? That's really all there is to that. More pass blocking, I think. Even though I really hate the pass protector upgrade, he actually does go up 1 though in overall. It's what he needs, right? So I'm going to click that. Pass block finesse, we don't mind it. And then Kenneth Murray, I don't think he'll ever get to 90, which I think he would get another upgrade if he got to X Factor, but I suppose run stopper, well, field general, run stopper, same kind of difference because he gets both. Give us some block shed, why don't you? Damn it, I should maybe actually went run stopper. I never go from field general, but maybe I should have that time. The last 2 orders of business, the quarterback position, the Jaguars. This is their team, their roster. Throwing the run is not great. Break sack's not great. Play action's not great, but they're not bad. It's just those are like his weakest ratings, but he's obviously very good overall. Travis Etienne, he does not have as much trucking as I thought, but very good juke, very good spin. Catching's decent. We'll definitely look at the abilities before we actually go in as well, but Travis Etienne, 93 speed, very good too for that athleticism rating. Kirk, pretty fast. Obviously, he's given us some troubles. Not the number 1 guy in the receiving room that has given us troubles, but I will say this: once upon a time, pretty damn good room. They're gonna need some youth coming in here, right? Like their ages are starting to catch up with them. Ridley, I don't think is a superstar, so these guys are really regressing, and they're really not the squad they once were. Even Evan Ingram's getting up there in age, thankfully, because age just always gives us problems, and I imagine it's going to continue to be the case going here into this game. Run blocking from Mr. Harrison's not great, but pass blocking is pretty good. Still really young, so you can develop. Stroud, they got their own Stroud. Pass block power is terrible. So, this would be a good game where, the power guy would go against him, but I don't think we really have that here, as it's all finesse there. So he actually kind of works out for him. Evan Brown, he's kind of just a random guy at this point. Sheriff, really low overall, despite the fact that he's superstar. And they really need to work on that right side of the line. Left end is the proper scheme fit, which makes sense. Pretty good power move. Good, very good block shed. Carl Lawson, the wrong scheme fit, but decent finesse. I'll let them deal with it. Hamilton, obviously, we talked about with that superstar dev now. Pretty good, kind of like their left end, but a bit older, so that left end's kind of cooking. Left out is a little bit on the slower side, but very good power move. So new rookie Bags, who we actually were paying attention to ourselves in the draft, not terrible, just a little bit on the slower side. Inside linebackers, pretty good. Lloyd's a little bit on the slower side as well, but not bad. And then Walker, obviously, he's getting there. 84 power move, 79 block shed. That's not a bad balance. Obviously, insanely athletic. Corners, they definitely need a new number 2. They got this 2-year guy, McMillan. They should have probably started a while ago, give him a chance to dev. But Campbell's a great number 1. Cisco's a great free safety. Merrick's a pretty good strong safety with hit power. And then this Martinez guy, if he had some man coverage, I was like, hey, switch him over to corner. But that's not a bad team. They got some youth, right? They got a couple of good young players, a couple of defenders specifically that are on the younger side. And then for the actual final thing, these are the sliders we have. All Madden. I think it is simulation. This is what we're rocking. Literally the same we had against the Chiefs in the postseason and the Chiefs to start the regular season. So we'll see what we're cooking with against the Jaguars here in week 2. And I lied again. We have more abilities to look at. So Gunslinger, Safety Valve, Closer, Gutsy Scrambler, and Lofting Deadeye for Trevor Lawrence, which is not bad. Deep Out Elite, Short Out Elite, and Rack 'em Up for Evan Ingram. Tyson Campbell, Persistent, Tip Drill, and Short Route KO. Not the best, but Short Route KO is pretty good. Ooh, Travis Etienne, Jukebox, Short Out Elite, and Playmaker. Crit. Those are terrible. For considering he has 3 abilities, that might be the worst set of abilities I've ever seen. Like, yes, you can get worse than Grab and Go, but that is really bad. Trayvon Walker, Reach Elite and Buy One Give One Free, not actually bad. Goal line stuff and Secure Tackler, I imagine with his overall, probably can't get inside stuff. Stonewall and Demoralizer, not terrible. Stonewall's very good, actually. Post Up and Matador, very good, actually. And then Left Tackle apparently is a superstar. Who the hell was that? I didn't even see him. And then their tight end, Tucker Williams. is a superstar, but obviously too young to watch this movie. And here we go, our old Stadium of Shadow. Player spotlight, CJ Stroud. I mean, it's the quarterback. Real creative player spotlight. They couldn't have done some like deep dive. It's like, I think today Mr. Sermon is going to have a big day. It's like, we're looking at a guy no one really knows. The quarterback of the Houston Texans, X Factor, CJ Stroud. It's like, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Got to get that guy's name out there because he never gets talked about. But obviously, the defense really would like to forget about week 1. This is a game going into that they probably will forget about it because they'll have a brand new nightmare on their hands. As we talked about it before, Evan Ingram has just been a problem for years now for us. Obviously, Christian Kirk and Ridley and Jones, they've always been problems too, and ETN has his day, but it's always been Evan Ingram. It will always be Evan Ingram. Even when he's retired, we're going to worry that they found their next Evan Ingram. Obviously, one of these days we'll slow him down. Maybe today is that day. We're going to be getting the ball first, so that's already something new. I really hate the shadow effect, so got to just return this to like the 35 so we can just avoid the shadow. Not bad. Well, didn't really help us out any, but obviously we already seen the numbers for CJ Stroud. Let's head on in. And early out, we want to run left, but fake it and actually play action right, as they do have a lot of players in the line of scrimmage. Maybe went a little early with that, but Mackey, he's really good at catching and running. Elite expert analysis there, but you know what I mean? Like, he can catch the ball and run after the catch without like really losing any speed, which is a little surprising for a rookie. And he's going to get a second chance, but drop it. Thank you. The fullback was actually pretty open. And hey, let's look at the rookie class after we just dropped a freaking catch. Of course, a big mix of colleges there and a big mix of players. And man, they do not want us to run the ball. I've been trying to run the ball to get this first down. We go right back to Mackey again, and this time he, makes up for it. 3 targets in a row for Mackey. And we're going to go with the double slants as Washington on the outside might be our guy. And I got to be honest with you. I am predetermining very hard here. It's just the way I'm looking at, their lineups. I'm seeing, okay, if they're not going to step up, my predetermined looks good, right? Fake sweep. I really don't like these plays. I'd rather go with this. Let's go quick out to Ford. That should be open. Not the best route, but gains about 4. I mean, very, very short offense so far. Can't lie. But hey, we are still moving. Of course, this is going to be a blitz. We're going to just utilize the hell out of Tunsil's ability. It's going to be a pretty big hit, but it's still going to be a first down. Can we hurry up to the line? We are going to hit the read. Nice. And the youngster off the edge there actually read it, gaining 3 on our first actual rush attempt with Washington this time. All right, RPO to the left. Pierce looks pretty good. We're going to actually throw this to Ford, and we finally gained some pretty big yardage. More than like 4 yards. There we go. First down gain. But hey, I'm just going to play it how they're going to give it. Let's ID. No, let's not do that. Let's do one of these. How can I'm going to end up freaking getting a penalty. There we go. ID the mic. Hand this off. And, well, we ID'd him, but, it didn't really matter. I think it was a fake ID. All right, Nico Collins going to go with the streak. This could be a big play. Been waiting for one for a while now. Oh, my bait. Really good throw, though. Without the throw power, Devin Lloyd gets the pick, but he's going for the bait. The throw power's in there, and he's not even trying to go for the pick because he knows he's beat. And we cannot go with this. Do I really like bench here? Oh, they drop back last second. Running back gets open and slips off the tackle. Pierce first catch and just touch of the game. Not bad. You do have to remember this is the goal line. It's going to be a little bit harder to score from here. Inside handoff, and Pierce gets another 2. Could be 4-down territory, but I'd hate to have a 5-minute drive that doesn't score. I'd rather go zig with Ford, especially with the blitz, because that could open up Collins. And then run this motion. And Ford is open. The throw's there, and it was a slow, painful drive. But we set ourselves up nicely on 3rd down. And ultimately scored a touchdown on the first drive. And this one's booted. I don't feel personally that Zay Jones is the best guy to be returning kicks, but hey, that is your choice. what would I know? We ran a 6'6" wide receiver all last season. Is he 6'6" or is he 6'8"? I can't even remember, dude. Okay, he is 6'6". I suppose it would be sort of criminal to not try to develop a 6'8" wide receiver. That's a quick throw. Oh, nice. Reach a little bit of a hand in there with Stingley. You know, reach around, feel it out. You all right, Mr. Johnson? No prostate issues. Murray on the inside. Gonna blitz. Oh, it's a read option. Murray, get there. Huge hit. Still gains 3, though. Don't know why he wiggled there. He should have just got as many yards as he could have. If he did, I think he would have gained 5, which obviously 5 more than 3. I learned that one today in class. Gonna go with the edge rush. Over the middle is wide open, and Lawrence in some trouble, but we're not going to catch him, and Lawrence will use the legs again. 2 rushes for 17 yards. I mean, we chased him, but nobody on the inside had any sort of push, and he just ran away with ease. I suppose, you know, he didn't give up an Evan Ingram completion yet. Can't get off the block, and that is kind of my fault for just handing that to him. If we hold our lane, you know, maybe it's a 4 or 5 yard gain because the linebacker doesn't have to go as far and doesn't have to run around our block. It's not even like normal running back stuff either. It's, you know, it's mainly quarterback. And we bring a blitz, and that RPO quickness. I mean, we're running the blitz on that side, not ready for it. Thought it was a run, and here's another first down, kind of running short game like us. It's popular. And out there goes Evan Ingram. Good job by Petrie. It's just good catch. All right, so we got empty here, but I think we can bring 5. 6 technically. Oh, and we miss. I'm a bot. Okay, it is what it is. I mean, that's not really new information. It's still a pretty minimal gain. Now we obviously have the front pretty heavy, trying to stop this potential run. And out the outside, I can't. Oh, and they switched me to the wrong guy. Good tackle, but, I mean, considering the front we just brought and we gained, you know, you gained like 20, not good defense yet again. Now we're just getting desperate with a mid-blitz on 1st and 10, so this is the state of our defense right now. Oh, there you go. Damn near instant. Murray is going to start off his season strong. Double-digit sacks last season as an inside linebacker. Off to a decent start already. Let's get some pressage going with Pearson. Nice press on him perfectly. Nobody's on the tight end. Good hit, but gains about 7, which is going to set up a 3rd down. Already over as the first quarter. First quarter, obviously, you know, time of possession, all that stuff, pretty similar. Their rush game, though, is the one that is working rather than their pass game, which is usually those numbers are opposite, right? They like to throw the ball a little more successfully early on than we like to. And we like to run the ball better than they do, but not today so far. That's going to be a deep in. It's going to be another run. Huge hit on Lawrence, but a first down again. I mean, Lawrence is a decent runner, but we have so many other worries to have than to run a spy against him. I mean, if they keeps beating us with it, though, I mean, I kind of have no choice. All right, 1st and goal from the 5. Running outside is Christian Harris. Good job. That change of direction. Oh, Travis Etienne is injured. That is big for them. Bigsby is nowhere near the dynamic running back that he is. Bigsby is like 5 speed, maybe even more excel in difference. This is a tough coverage. Let's go Hudson. Oh, a little bit of PI. You know, it wasn't intentional, but, you know, you probably need to call that. Just be honest with you. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't run more blitzes. I think I run Harrison, though, just in case it is to the running back. That is tough. Man is really tough there, but, like, you know, having time is just, it's the ultimate losing play for the defense. You got to come with some sort of blitz. Maybe I should have came with something a little bit different that maybe would have dropped off somebody over there, but yeah, I think you have to blitz there. 14 plays, 75-yard drive, which is, it's a lot. That might even be more plays than we had. Jaguars matching our energy to the T. Donaldson on the block. Pretty big dude, and sadly, our running back misses, but that's all right. We get nearly to the 25. And while a lot of the run backs did kind of result in negative yardage, there was also a couple ones that were decent. Going to hand this one off. I should have went all the way out. I just thought that, wow, nice push by Kenyon, but I just thought Kenyon was going to go for the first guy he saw like he usually does. Creepy eyes. But he didn't. This time he actually went for the big play, which, that's my fault. Maybe we actually take this shot to Ford. Nico. And that's a terrible throw by Stroud. There was some pressure there, for sure. But he needs to hit that throw. 3rd and 7 now. Kind of going away from what worked in the first drive, but I don't know. I felt like we had something there with the 5 wide, and we did, kind of. The throw just didn't come even close to where it needed to go to. Screen pass. And we're out there. Pretty good blocking, and Pierce is going to fight his way for the first down. 10 yards gain. Very short passing so far. Coverage has been pretty decent. In general, we're not really opening up the playbook that much, which, hey, even on that 3rd and 7 kind of struggle, still moving the ball. And that edge rusher, wow, 97. Who is that? Good push by Washington, but 97. Peoples, the rookie. Or I don't even know if he is the rookie, but youngster anyways. Absolutely just blazing in there. And he just baited me out. I have no idea how from that look, and we get pick 6, he isn't going to the tight end. I have no idea. I thought that was clear cut, that it was going to be to the tight end, and he just didn't go there. Well, that might get us into some very predictable play calling. Ford. Oh my God. I threw that left. Ball doesn't go left, and in general, it's just too far behind him, and big play gone. All right, inside quick throw. We're going to have Rudolph bouncing with a nice kind of like truck move for the first down. Beautiful play. Inside handoff. Do have Ford on that RPO. And, of course, Rudolph misses. Gets blasted because of it. Yeah, I'd be pretty mad, too, if I was Stroud. That play was there. It was absolutely there. I can't run the same play either. They left Ford wide open. Ford usually running all the way to the sideline, but trying to get as many yards as we can there. 3rd and 1. Double team Devon, and this should be an easy first down, right? They're not really even ready for it. And there goes Pierce to the outside. It's tackled down, but all the way to the 39-yard line. Finally, some success. Not a great start to the drive, but it's turning out all right now. That's a pretty good throw. Right on the money. Great catch for Nico Collins to the 20-yard line. Starting to dot up a little bit. Just a little bit. Kind of a bench look. I don't really like it, but I also don't think they're giving us much to work with. And Stroud has room. Got to go for it all. Stroud fights to the 1. One more speed or excel, and he would have had a touchdown. Going heavy here. Devon Hamilton is there, but I don't think he can afford to double team anyone here. And Pierce just doesn't get help from the fullback. I think the fullback just completely left him. The fullback is just in no man's land. I mean, we got a zig last time, touchdown. I double tapped. I always pump fake there. There's no way I'm throwing that. I double tapped and then didn't give it to me. That could have been picked and probably should have been picked. That is a close call. This is a tough one. And that's what I was trying to do, and it works out. Tunsil is undefeated, by the way. Laramie Tunsil is absolutely him. Threat detector is busted. And with him having threat detector, we kind of knew what we were going to do there. We're going to run that into like a sprint out. We know that it's going to be hard for them to cover Pierce. The throw's on the money, and it's a touchdown. All right, 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Obviously, we kind of sold by giving them an extra possession. And Sermon, oh my God, Bigsby's not even that fast. I literally just talked about how he's not even that fast. 31 yards by using speed. Slowed down because I didn't want him to like make a break tackle on us, or even if we over pursue with his like power ability, he could just stiff arm us out of the way. Instead, he just ran straight by us. Played it too conservatively. That's supposed to be a blitz, and there goes Evan. Diving at basically nothing, trying to strip it because we have help. To the 10 is going to be hard to score from. This could be, especially if we get the stop. Obviously, if they get a touchdown, I'm going to take it back. But this could be a blessing in disguise because we get a chance to score. Whereas if they got slowly down here, it could be, a field goal. And, oh my God, never mind. Christian Kirk, it is hard to tackle in the open field, though. I'm just going to go where they're expecting, like where they're going. If they break a tackle on me, fair enough, but I cannot continuously run out of the way because I'm expecting a cut move or something. Like, if they juke me, so be it. What can I do, But me running out of the way because I'm expecting a juke, that just looks bad, right? Hey, Rudolph. Going out of bounds doesn't really help us there, so try to get as many yards as we can. A lot of completions, a lot of passing attempts. Not a whole lot of yards. Triple option for Stroud is interesting. Problem is, this edge rusher has been all about the reads all day long. And, I need better. I need better, Washington. Hell of a play to get back to it, but it doesn't really matter if you don't actually get a piece of them. That would have been a nice little block. Good job by Stroud to gain 8. Edge rusher was all about that pitch. Should have handed it off, but we gained 8 yards, so I don't really, doesn't bother me. 2nd and 2, we're usually a screen team that kind of runs the screen when we're desperate, so if I was them, I would not see it on 2nd down. And that is a great play once again by Stroud. Great job by Washington. Gain extra yards, but Stroud on the run again, evading, near instant rushes and delivering a good enough ball to the running back to make a play. I'm going to go with the slant as Boyer's going to, take care of that linebacker. So if he can just get to this spot. And Stroud to the edge. Devon Hamilton showing off insane speed. Clock's running, but we got 3 timeouts. So I'm not really too worried about calling one just yet. Not yet. Almost, but not yet. A little early. Throw around for Collins. It's a long throw, but we'll look at it. And that's a great timing throw to Ford, who breaks more ankles, gets hit stick down to the 5. Once again, I'm not really worried about the clock. We have 3 plays. We have 3 timeouts. Why would I be calling a timeout here? To give them more time? Hell no. That's just not happening. It's a tough throw. Slightly overthrown. Really good coverage, but I'm going to give my guy a chance in that situation, Why wouldn't I? And I think we did really well with the clock. Unless we have some insane plays that take super long to orchestrate. We're walking away with one of the last scores probably, and they just gave it to us. Washington with the touchdown. Should tie this one up into halftime. Playing deep coverage pretty much at the goal line is wild decision making. And there is a holding call. It's not going to really matter, so I'm going to decline and hope they just let the clock go. So declining the penalty doesn't stop the clock. Okay. Uh-oh! Oh, Stingley! I don't know if he pick sixes it, but he gives us points no matter what. They're going for a Hail Mary here. I don't understand what they're doing. What are they doing? I knew that's where it was going to go. Good try by Noah Monogany and company. Good job, though. 21 odd half. It's a hell of a game, but they do get balls, so they are technically in the lead if you want to count possessions. And, we bounce back. A rough interception for C.J. Stroud. And our run game's starting to open up slightly. Our pass defense has been decent today. But we are just situationally doing really poorly. We can't get off the field, and we're giving up touchdowns. So, once again, those tackling in the open field scenarios, we got to just run where they're going. If they make a cutback, so be it. What can you do? You're outmatched. It just happens. The Colts, 0-1, look like they're going to start 0-2 as the Eagles have their number 17-0 going into halftime. And then looking at the Browns and the Bengals, more AFC direct competition. The Browns, who definitely had a bad season last year, up by 10 against the Bengals, who started off 1-0, and Burrow playing well here tells me this is a bit of an upset. And then looking at Dallas versus New York, bitter rivalry. Halftime, another kind of 10-point lead, basically. Run game's not really looking super great across the league right now, but the passing games are pretty solid. And obviously looking at some of our highlights, good job protecting that ball by switching it. Stroud, a little bit of time, and, went for the pump fake. Thought he was going to go to the tight end, and just didn't. Really good job by Jonathan Jones, which is why they have the lead at the moment. But what we want to do, they said throw it deep, I believe. We're going to go throw it medium, and then we're going to try and stop the short pass. Short to medium is definitely a struggle for us right now, so defend short pass is going to be our game plan. All right, they're pretty heavy here. Let's move them over. Travis Etienne is back in, and Will slow down a little bit just to make sure you didn't, stay in bounds. Don't want to over-pursue on that one. There's really only one way he can go, so one way. Bring everyone up. Move him over. Oh, that's a big play. Oh, he had to jump, and he landed weirdly on his ankle. He's lucky he didn't get injured again. That's one way to play defense. It's something, all right. All right, Murray, you already got 1 sack. Let's get another one. To RPO and knocked out. Good job. No Igbenogany. That's what we need. Some knockouts, some pressure to get in there. Running a lot of man coverage because, we're just struggling right now. Glover going against the guy that actually isn't good against power moves, so that's not bad. 4 yards gain. Manageable 3rd and 6. I mean, I think you got to come with the blitz here. Man coverage has kind of been the way we've been doing things. So let's bring this blitz. But depending on how they play it, maybe we pull off Murray. Move him over. And that's just perfect. That's just perfect. Clayton's watching the receiver and it gets turned around at the perfect time, and there's just not much you can do there. Bringing the blitz. But we have athleticism off the edge from the linebacker, so we can pull them back to cover something over the middle easily. So what's nice about having the speed that we have. And that terrible throw. Good job by Sermon, though. You know, he probably would have dropped it anyways, but don't give him that chance. From the 40, I mean, there is deep ball potential on that side. Screen pass. We're out here, and we play it perfectly. A loss of 5. This could be a chance to get off the field. We're coming with the rush. Kind of want to drop off Griffin, though. And we play this deep mid. Oh, it's a screen. And that's just not going to get out there, and that's going to be a punt. Good job, company. Not a bad call, because like I wouldn't have expected the screen like 2 plays out of 3. And that's one of their best ways to get out of that 3rd and long. This punt is looking kind of good. To the 6. 94 yards to get the touchdown. A little bit less, though, if we're just going to try to get points, which obviously is our goal. Somehow, if they mess up, this could be a massive play for Ford. And they kind of do. Oh, really good blocks, and Ford, after the catch, oh, he's moving. Oh, Ford with the tackle breaks, the slip-offs, 34 yards on the RPO. A little bit of a late throw, but it was, you know, he gave us enough room. There's Rudolph. Short game so far, working out. About 12 on that play. 20 for 214, about 10 yards per throw. Back to this triple option. Didn't really work last time, but, I mean, we gained 8 on it. It's just, it didn't work as intended. And might have made the wrong call. But the way it looked, it was like we hold on to the ball. Stroud's pretty much forced to take a hit there. And that was my big, like, I don't want him to have to take a hit. I do not want the best outcome to be our player taking a hit. We're going to hand this off to Pierce. Gets about 5. They're not really handling this RPO too well, which is weird because they've actually hit us with a couple of them. So you would think, I mean, you're playing against it a lot in practice, so you would think you'd be at least okay at stopping it. Got a couple of quick throws. It's not showing blitz, but I feel like they are. Maybe not. Rudolph is going to be wide open because Washington just gunned it right out the gate and just went to that wheel instantly, and they were a little worried about it, which they rightfully so should have been, as he was moving. I want to run this play because they're kind of leaving, like, openings. I did have that. Oh, that's a tough throw. Oh, Boyer and company, finally! Stroud and Boyer connecting. About time Boyer gets involved there. 25-yarder for the first one of the day. Could be the first of many, this run. I mean, we're running away from Devon, so I'll try it. There we go. About 5, maybe 4. I'm really running with Pierce because they've, I mean, done really well against the run. I mean, they're really defending it well. And that's another pretty good push for them. Pierce still gains 2, though. 3rd and 2 from the 2. We scored for here last time. See if we can do it again. All right, Boyer in open coverage. Got a lot of routes. Boyer, please. Boyer. And dropped! Went with a touch pass so they wouldn't get a swat on it. And I don't know how the corner didn't cover Washington but came to him. Made a hell of a play. And as much as I agree the 2-yard line is hard to kick a field goal, I'm taking my points, you know. Best case scenario, if I take a field goal, we can take the lead back with a drive of our own after theirs. But if I don't get this, worst case, you know, best case scenario is we tie the game realistically after their drive, you know, or it stays tied. I just think taking a lead in this situation is the smartest call. Even if it was from the 1, it wouldn't have changed anything. Not guaranteed from that spot. Looking at Travis Etienne's numbers also. I mean, he was injured, but another situation where it's like, run game's starting to work a little bit. Maybe go back to it, but I haven't really seen that too much. Oh, look at the blocks. Good job by Clayton. We never stopped giving up, and we gain, you know, you get 7, but we got through there for the tackle. What the hell was that? That was the fist of pleasure right there. That thing was going insane. That would have done some damage. Oh, that's a dot. Switched me the wrong guy. Thankfully, Clayton's there. I thought, Clayton was the closest one, which, he got the tackle first, which tells me that he might have been. Thought I maybe had a chance to hit stick him before he could have caught it, but no. Or Petrie. Oh, that's a good ball, and good job by Sermon. Pearson getting beat by Zay Jones, who's been around the block from the 7 now. Kind of entering the fourth quarter. It's a pretty good drive, so got to assume they would have done this from the 2 as well. And that's just a perfect ball. Again, good try, but we're just getting cooked. I mean, what can be said? It's an offense-heavy league. It's hard to play defense. And that's a really good timing ball. Nico gets past the defense and gains a bunch to the 50. Halfback stretch to the left. We do have some names here, but they have superstars, so we'll see how they play this. And we're going to cut this back inside. Number 5 actually made the play. Cisco's having himself a pretty good day there. He's making some plays in the open field, and that was a big one. His guy, his teammates were kind of beat, and he was like, I'm not. Some trouble. Can't throw that back across. Damn. Linebacker jumped that nicely underneath. Obviously, this is like... No, I don't like that play. Double Texas. Corrado. Okay, this is tough, but we make the right read. I like this play. Running back, perfect. It is kind of set up for the running back to get open. It makes sense. It worked. Fourth quarter, big third down conversion there. Fresh set of downs with 1 to play. Passing yards pretty high for us. Rushing yards not so far off. Still losing, though. The pick 6 right now making all the difference. Washington on the inside zone. Should pick up a few. Oh, great job. 20-some yards with a late hit out of bounds. 20-some yards after what could have been only 2 or 3. Kenyon Green barely picking it up. And that'll be a massive play all the way down to the 9. Can we get some blocks in the inside, back-to-back runs? Oh, we can't. And Washington is going to lose some yards there. I thought he could outrun him. I am shocked. I know Aluakon is very fast. I think that's who that is there. But I didn't think he was that fast. Field goal makes it where we're down by only 1 if we hit it, so it's an option. But we are a little early in this. Oh, Stroud! Oh, I didn't see the linebacker, the safety, the corner, whoever it is. Good find, though. A little bit of a late hit from Peoples there, but gets to the 5, setting up this third down situation. Slants, we've been living and dying by these, I can't lie. I did not want to fade. Kind of wanted him to fade to the end zone. Slant could be open, though. Boyer. Yes! Yes, once again, Tunsil. Undefeated. A little bit of man coverage. They're spreading us out. Pass rush is done, next to nothing. Oh! And we missed the tackle, of course. We don't get the pick, which we had a chance at. And then when we finally have a play where, they're going to lose yards in a pass situation, we can't finish the job. It's just never ending. Can't get out there with Petrie. Wow, what a hit by Murray. It's a first down, but without him hitting him like that, it could have been 30. Sermon playing out here. Obviously, Scott. Oh, my God. And there's a wide open lane. And that truck kind of worked. He thought he was going to truck us, but he actually just trucked himself some more space. All right, looks like they're at least tying the game up here. And we played it smart. We didn't go for the pick because we were slightly out of position. We give up 4, but if we go for the pick there, we're giving up 7. And that's not yards. That is the points. Where's the safety? We're going with Petrie. Oh, we tried to strip it. Didn't get it. To the 11, though. Not an easy place to score from. 1 yard line is the first down, but you got to assume if you're getting to the 1 yard line, things aren't really good for us anyways. Oh, that works out, though. We slowed him down. Still gains a yard. Got blasted by the lineman, but, the body was thrown in there. It's tapping on his head. I mean, he's the one that technically got you, though, so I'm not really sure what you're tapping on there. And he's in trouble, finally, getting the sack. Griffin off the edge. Finally, we make a play. And I think this would be a really dumb time to get, conservative all of a sudden. So I'm gonna probably user Evan Ingram. Didn't know exactly where he's going. That's all right. No way those guys let him get that far. Of course, this should be a field goal anyways, but Still, I don't need the raise of the blood pressure, okay? Don't do that to me. We're not going to get there, but hey, tied up, 31 all with ball, 5 minutes left. It's not a bad situation to be in. That field goal we decided to do at the 2, maybe it still comes back to bite us. Maybe we lose this game. But as of right now, it's looking kind of smart. You got to give us some credit for that decision. Not a lot of teams would have. Nowadays it's like, go for it. Good job by Judge, but just not getting much help from Washington. All right, the clock is irrelevant. It is just simply irrelevant. I don't know what else to tell you. It doesn't matter. That's a tough throw. It's a dot and dropped. Stroud puts one right on the money, and he just drops it. It's crazy because Rudolph can be clutch, but then he also can do that, and it makes you sad. There you go. Rudolph making up for it, I think. Not going to go for a juke move. I say I think because you just don't know. You just don't know if there's a fumble, whatever the story is. It's kind of like way off. Oh, there you go, Pierce. Guy came in way too hard because it kind of looked like a proper stretch, and then we kind of, cut it in. We ran it shallow. All right, we ID'd the mic, and Devon Hamilton did pretty well, but Washington still gets a nice couple of blocks, bouncing it to the 47-yard line. 45 yards and a touchdown. Not bad. Mixing it up. Whoever gets the ball gets the ball. We just want the win. RPO, back to it. They haven't seen it in a while, and the DB's not ready for it. 20 yards gained. Now you kind of play the clock game. We went out of bounds, which was really dumb, but we're going to try to play the clock game if possible here. As Pierce, gotta say, Aluakon is just ridiculous. He is on another gear right now. Like, he really is just absolutely blazing. Inside handoff, and Pierce will get a first down. Now, with that dive, you would assume they know that we're trying to waste the clock now, but still, that's got to be our game here. Waste the clock. Now, if we have a really bad run here on first down, it might change some things, but let's just not have that happen, shall we? Not allow that to happen. See, I don't think we can get to the edge fully, but I think we should be able to set up a cutback. Maybe not a cutback, but that lane is exactly kind of what I was looking at. 6 yards, big play. I think they're going to let the clock go once, and then, depending on what happens here, if they even have a chance, then they'll probably go with a timeout. Come on, Lloyd. Oh, we got pushed hard. Pierce fighting, though. Gains 3. And we were not wrong. Read option. And that guy's still going to read it. Washington's going to get the first down, and... Excuse me? They're going to say he didn't get the first down on that. Are they crazy? Wait. First down is basically on the line, right? It's like slightly over it. Where is he? How? How is that not a first down? Even after the push. Oh, they're going to say he backwards on his own? Look at that bull crap. Oh, my. If we don't get this, it's like a GG. He gets it. Thank God. All right. They tried to do it to us. They tried to do it to us, but we're not going to allow them to do it to us. Chip shot field goal for the potential win. And here it is. Up, no block, and good. We win the game 34-31. A hell of a start to the season with these two matchups. Jaguars gave it their all, and the 2-yard line decision. I mean, maybe we win the game by 10 if we go for it. Maybe we get the touchdown, but it seems to have paid off as we win the game by 3. A very close one. Couldn't really stop them too much, but we finally did get a stop for the field goal near the end, just when we needed it most. And what a game. Obviously, Stroud's numbers, they look a little inflated, right? Because he had a lot of short plays that led to big scores, big yards, but Lawrence, his numbers were really low. We did throw that pick, but it is what it is. Pierce was okay. Washington was decent. Travis Etienne had a lot of big plays. Stroud, 51 yards rushing. Some rollouts, some read options. Ford, 10 for 120 with those RPOs. Kind of going hard with those. 45 for Rudolph, but dropped a big one. Pierce, 26 with a touchdown. Collins, 71 yards. Mackey with 2 for 14. It was like the beginning drive. Boyer, 30 yards and a touchdown, and those were the offensive numbers. Defensively, Murray with a sack. Griffin with the sack, the clutchest one there was, as it's set up that field goal. Donovan Jones with an interception, And that was the final. Damian Pierce, what is his, okay, so trucking is very good, stiff arm's decent, juke move's pretty good. I want to go back to elusive, get that scheme fit, and potentially a speed upgrade, which, oh, that's a good upgrade. 2 to spin and juke. All right, I think we go back to trucking after this, try to get that stiff arm to 90 plus. He is a freak. We should have got to change a direction or two, but that is still really, really good. We are loving that. And we did have a game plan elite quarterback. We did get 2 sacks, just barely. We got the +2. Wonder if that's going to carry into next week. We execute our game plan. Not really, though, to be fair. But the whole defense gets 2,500 XP. And Will Anderson will have his X Factor activated to start next game, which is against the Giants. Probably a lesser difficulty opponent, but you just never know. You just don't. Anyways, though, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, really do appreciate continued support on the channel. What a battle these 2 games have been. At least we got on the right side of the win column. And, maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. That's about it. Not sure when the next episode will be. Maybe Monday for this series, perhaps. But until next video, which hopefully you enjoyed,